Hello there, today I'm gonna show you how to test your starter at home. All you're gonna need is a set of wires and a battery. The battery could go from 6, 12, 24 volt. Just make sure you're using the right voltage or you can damage a unit if it's not damaged already. So yeah, you can do this test before you bring your starter to the shop to get it rebuilt or get a new one. It could save you some money. Okay, so here is a picture of the unit itself. We can see the internals. So right here we have the brushes. This is one of the first things that go bad when your unit stops working. And this right here, from here to here, is your armature. This is your drive, pinion drive. This complete part, it's a single part, it's a single piece. And this right here is what helps your starter pinion to kick out, which is connected to the solenoid. So if this goes bad, sometimes it's either brushes or this, in the best case scenario, or just the solenoid itself, the thing that goes bad. So these things can be made of metal or plastic. Sometimes they will just break and the unit will spin, but it won't kick out. That's when you know your shift lever is bad. This is called a shift lever, actuating arm, but mostly known as shift lever. But if you hear that your solenoid is kicking out but your drive it's not, it's because this is broken. And if you just hear your unit it's spinning but it's not doing anything else, then your solenoid it's most likely bad. Okay, let's go to the next picture. So to be able to test your starter, you have to understand the solenoid itself. So this is gonna be the terminal that it's gonna be connected to the starter. And if you don't know and you want to install one of these guys, just follow this. It's gonna be welded. You're gonna know it's gonna have this little welding right here. Okay, so this is gonna be connected to the terminal coming out of the starter. This is gonna be your constant power. This is gonna be your ignition, 12 volt signal. And this is what makes your car turn on. So to be able to test it, you're gonna leave this alone. It's gonna be connected to the starter. Don't worry about that one. What you're first gonna do, you're gonna hot wire this to a battery. Just put a hot wire right here. Then with a little jumper, touch this one. But this one first. I will show it in a video right after this. So positive, and with a little jumper, touch this one, and your starter should work. If it doesn't do anything at all, it's because your solenoid is bad. To test the unit itself, you want to hit this one. That way you're just giving power to that starter directly. If you hit this one, I will show you guys later. And this is the terminal that I'm talking about. This terminal is gonna be connected to that. Okay, so before you guys test it, I want to leave something clear. Don't test it for more than 5 seconds straight. Let it cool down for a minute and test it again. If you see that it starts smoking or it gets hot, just let it cool down, or else you can damage that starter and blow up the armature. Okay, so here you can see I'm testing the constant power on the top and the little ignition signal on the bottom. It doesn't do anything. So you have to make sure you have connection. If the terminal is dirty, clean it and try it again. That could be one of the reasons as well. Okay, so now I'm testing the unit properly. As you can see, it's spinning really slow. It's kicking out, but it's barely, I can stop it with my hand. As you can see, I'm able to move the drive. There should be some resistance. It shouldn't move that easy. But yeah, never put your hand in there if the unit is working, or else there is no way you're gonna stop that with your hand. You can hurt yourself. Okay, so in this case, the scenario, it could be your brushes that ones are out, or your worst case scenario, it could be that your whole armature it's blown, it's grenaded. That could happen if you overcrank it and it gets way too hot and it just explodes. All these, there's gonna be copper insulation all over the place when you open this thing, or you're gonna be able to smell it. Just get close to it, smell it, and if it smells burnt, there is, yeah, you're gonna need a new one or get it rebuilt. And as I was saying, this gear, when you shouldn't be able to move it with your hand that easy. You should be able to move it, but it's gonna take some effort. And as you can see on the video, I just move it freely. There is no resistance in there at all, so it's not a good drive or pinion. Okay, so now I have my ground. Now I'm hitting my constant power, which is gonna be the other bigger terminal. There I'm hitting my 12-volt ignition terminal. As you can see, it's kicking out, it's spinning. That's how the starter should work. It's making proper connection. There is gonna be sparks, but don't worry about it. At this moment, I'm testing the unit directly. It's not through the solenoid. And now I'm gonna test another one, so you guys can see how I hook everything up. My ground, my main terminal first. As you can see, it wasn't making right connection because there was dirt, but there you go. In that case, it's working. It's kicking out, it's spinning. That's for the things that you have to look at it. As you can hear it, it sounds beautiful. If you test it and it spins and it kicks out, but it sounds bad, it could either be the bushings or the bearings. It depends what kind of unit you have. Some of them use bushings and another use bearings. So yeah, if it sounds bad, it's gonna be bushings or bearings. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Hope this helps you out. If you guys want any more videos about this, just leave it on the comments, and yeah, thank you for watching.